Hello everyone and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. Once again, another week approaches its end. First of all, guys, thank you very much for the 800 subscriptions. I really appreciate your support in the growth of the channel. And as you know, guys, I only say always the same thing. If you could drop the like and subscribe, that would be great for the channel. That's the only thing that I ask. So thank you very much once again for your support. Now, a quick update on the stock market. There's not much going around. The S&P is slightly down. We've approached very closely the last all-time high of the S&P. We're probably going to get there by next week. Nasdaq 100, we're also about 300 points away from the previous all-time high. So now it's starting to seem more clear that the prediction that I made on the Nasdaq 100, S&P, and Dow Jones reaching its all-time highs before Q1 2024 seems more likely than ever. Dow Jones already happened. The other two, I do expect them to come. And this is something that I predicted back in July or something. So, so far, so good on that one. You may have seen a couple of weeks ago, posted a video on this. The Russell 2000 should start outperforming the other indices, which has been exactly what's been happening once again. Now, the reason is actually quite simple. The Russell 2000 is filled with zombie companies, with companies that basically survive and thrive based on extremely low interest rates, which means that when interest rates go higher, those are the heaviest impacted, even worse than the tech stocks. And not only that, but the Russell 2000 contains a lot of the regional banks, which means that basically the same way that they got impacted the most, the less interest rates play a factor, the likely it is for the index to outperform. Will we get to new all-time highs on Russell 2000 before the end of Q1 2024? As you may recall, I gave it a 50% chance. I don't take credit either way on that one, meaning if it does or it doesn't, I'm not going to take any type of credit. So I've been always very clear. Nasdaq 100, S&P, and Dow Jones, a third of it has been done. The oil price call still remains intact, and it's just funny to see people like Peter Schiff now, who told you that the US stock market had put a top for decades and decades. Now they are trying to redefine new all-time highs in order to try to make their previous call make any sense, which obviously it doesn't, but they try. We cannot fault them for that. But crypto market a bit under pressure, nothing special. I love it when people say Bitcoin is crashing to 42,000. I mean, it's just funny, right? A couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago, we were in the 30-something thousand. A month and a half ago, we were in the 28,000, and now we are crashing from 43 to 42. Fine. You know how these people roll. We always need to be crashing and collapsing on a daily basis. That's how they get their kicks. So we cannot really, just don't feel bad for it. Just understand they are here to create narratives that basically lead to clicks. That's all. So there's no big conspiracy theory. It's just what it is. Now, I wanted to talk about something because, one of the biggest parts of my channel that I used to talk about was, of course, AMC, GameStop, the apes. You guys remember those YouTubers pumping Be Big? Just go check out that stock is doing. Mullen, go check what that stock is doing. After all these YouTube pumpers gave you the next MOAS over and over and over again. And by the way, they destroyed me. Some people in the comment section destroyed me completely when I was calling AMC to go down quite aggressively. And I think we've been down something like 95% since I've talked about it. But the reason why I'm here, so if you look at AMC, is about $6-7, which means 60 to 70 cents before the stock split. GameStop is around $18. D-Walker also around $18. But the point is this: we are entering a bit of a higher risk phase of the market, which means we're gonna start with the major indices, and then to individual stocks, and then to the higher risk of the spectrum, the garbage, loss-making, share diluting trash. Typically, stocks that have been beaten down dramatically and completely annihilated over the last, couple of years. And what's going to happen is you're going to start to see some YouTubers talking about them. You're going to start to see some stuff on Twitter. You're going to see some stuff on Reddit about the next MOASes, the next short squeeze. This stock has a short squeeze of 90 score of 98, blah, 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 all of this crap. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because if we do enter into the higher risk phase of the market, there's going to be a time period where these things will outperform everything else. And they will do very well for a very short period of time. And typically, the majority of people will get in late. A few people will get in early, talk about it, push their followers to buy it, and then start selling while telling you to buy and hold. This has happened before. Some of them, quite widely known in the Memestock arena. But this will happen again. Will it happen with AMC and GameStop? No, I don't know. Maybe yes. Maybe with different stocks. God knows. Point is, the idea is to go after a stock with a low float, meaning not a lot of shares, start pushing it higher, then the influencers buy it extremely early, start talking about it to their following, blah, 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 so their following buy it, and now the influencer has made a lot of money. But the majority of people, including particularly their following, is catching the wave right here. See, on the top side. And then these influencers will tell you to buy and hold. This thing's going to go to $500, $1,000, $550,000, whatever the case may be. But they are selling here, across the movement higher. The problem is, because we're going to enter into a risk phase, I think in the next year, what that means is, for a while, these things will go up, which is going to make these influencers look like geniuses. Because everybody's a genius in the bull market, okay? And what they're going to do is they are going to leverage that to convince you to pay for their private groups, to pay for private memberships, to give them super chats, to pay them for trading courses, to pay them for access to their watch list, this kind of stuff. Now, these people have no clue about anything. So what's going to happen is, invariably, this huge movement higher will die out, and it will follow the path of companies like AMC. And they're going to come out, and then what they're going to do is come up with continuous stories to you about why is it going down, why is it about to go up immediately, it's just a matter of time, it's going to go up, it's going to go up. And by doing this, they actually keep on collecting all these other items that I talked, and as well as the ad revenue. And then, if that stock really goes down and people start to get pissed, they resort to their last, they go into their last resort, which is deleting the videos on the stock. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because there's going to be a time where these people are going to look like geniuses, and I'm going to look like an idiot. The reason why I'm telling you to be careful, I'm not telling you to buy or sell or do anything or to go chase. To me, you do whatever you want. I really don't care. The reason why I'm telling you this is because this game is designed to benefit a very few number of people and to destroy a whole bunch of people. A little bit like gambling, right? There are a few people who make money. The vast majority gets completely annihilated. And time has passed enough for people to forget. And once one of these run up, then a lot of other MOAs, MOAs here, MOAs there, MOAs the other, are going to start to pop up. And that increased volume and buying pressure will actually also push those stocks higher. Now, this is an extremely dangerous game because 9 out of 10 people will come at the top, at the end, FOMOing into those stocks. You see, the influencers, the people on Twitter, they're going to talk to you about them. They already made their money. And now, after making their money, and a lot of it, they will leverage it for other sources of income, which go through exploiting you. Oh, I forgot sponsorships. Some of them also got multi-million-dollar sponsorships. Not their following. Their following got completely annihilated beyond repair, beyond salvation. But for the influencers, was a very profitable time period. And because it was a very profitable time period, and because a few people actually made a lot of money, we like to chase, the gold rush, the next GameStop, the next Pepe, the next Shiba Inu, you name it. We are programmed to focus on, but those 10 people made a lot of money. Yeah, but there's like a million people here who got destroyed. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Those 10 people made a lot of money and I'm going to get in. Or no. By the time that you hear it, more likely than not, you're buying the top and not the bottom. Once again, I don't give you financial advice, so I cannot tell you what to do. What I'm trying to tell you is this is going to be the MO, the modus operandi. It's going to be the way that they behave, the way that you're going to get presented information. And the reason why they do it is because they know it appeals to people, particularly new investors who haven't experienced the pain of following such advice like this, and then they get completely annihilated. So I've seen channels talking about AMC is not going to dilute, it's fine, everything is fine. I said, really? Just look at their fundamentals. They have no other way but diluting. Oh, no sudden wealth, there's no way. They're going to dilute. And then they dilute. I say, yes, of course they do. There's no other way. Now, all these YouTubers telling you that they couldn't happen, then what they do is they come up with stories, with Peter Pan ideas of why this is happening, and then try to relativize everything and try to make it actually turn the worst thing. Like Adam Aaron could come tomorrow and say, we're going to dilute you by 100-fold, and sometimes that's going to be great. No, these people, they will do it over and over again. And don't forget, most of them make a bit of money on the market, but where they make the bulk of the money is to convince you that they are geniuses. And unfortunately, in the bull market, they will look like geniuses for about 6 months. And then they will be exposed by the frauds that they are, like they were in the last bear market, but people will tend to forget, unfortunately. And actually, it would be much easier for me to come here and pump the same stocks and do all of that, but I refuse to engage in that kind of behavior. But in any case, guys, I'm telling you before it happens, because it will happen, unfortunately, and I do predict that a lot of people, sad to say, will be completely annihilated. Hopefully, some of you won't, or if you try to partake on those kind of games, best of luck to you, but understand that you're playing an extremely dangerous game, and the likelihood of success is extremely low. Actually, probably you are more likely to just drop everything on red in Las Vegas. In terms of percentage of probability, I'm not suggesting that you should do that, but I'm trying to say is for you to understand what kind of game you're playing. That's all. Just being transparent and honest as always. And with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the weekend. Drop that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.